Non-stop, we hear about the problems with weak password security. Today's going to be no different. Not so critical update.
I'm up. Top 200 most common passwords. This is a report. Was it by NordPass? Is that who wrote it?
Yeah, this. I love that
basically.
Part. Carry on, sorry.
Sorry,
I mean, there's not a lot to the story. This is kind of
what is there? It's the top most common passwords. What else is there to say?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try and bring them up here because it's a fun list.
The reason
it's going to be a little small on the screen.
The reason I interrupted you, John, was because it came from NordPass, who I believe are the people who make NordVPN.
Right.
And I was just like, where did they get the stats from? Do they know people's passwords? And were they I just genuinely would not be surprised. Because NordVPN are horrible people.
Do they not claim any sources here where the data was aggregated from? I didn't see anything when I skimmed it.
Yeah.
Did anybody do that basic level of research?
I don't actually check sources.
That's not what we do here.
No, we just talk about shit that catches our eye.
These are non-critical updates.
Methodology.
I do research some of the stories.
Yeah, here we go. Nope, definitely not.
It's just ironic. It's from NordVPN.
They probably use something like a password database of various leaks.
Yeah, there's not a lot of citation here. Peter, you were making a pitch for why NordVPN should sponsor us.
I don't like these guys. They advertise on TV in the UK.
Yeah, they advertise
and lots of
everywhere.
podcasts.
Any VPN service that's like hard advertising like that. Like, why would I?
Sorry, Mike. Let me just go back to this quickly. Mike, would you actually accept sponsorship money from NordVPN? Would you hawk their shit if they paid us some sweet cash?
Well, I just talked shit about them, so I don't know if that was going to fly now.
No, it was just an interesting thought because I do not like these people. I think they're very false and they pitch themselves as a security product, but all they want is your data about what you're browsing, and so they can sell it to someone. And I don't like them. I would say no, but I'm curious about Mike.
Would Mike take that sweet cash? No, probably
not. Juicy dollar.
Probably not. I feel like we'd probably turn around. My opinion or what I'd want to do, I guess, what I'd feel like is right is like go and advertise like Mulvad, who, by the way, are currently offering $5 off if you use the code. I'm just kidding. No, but like Mulvad VPN is a great example. They are like actually log free as far as we can tell, and like you said, Peter, a lot of these VPN services, they just siphon data. Mulvad doesn't give a shit about your data. They just want to protect users. And to me, that's super cool.
We have products that we've recommended.
VPN providers out there. Private VPN, AdGuard VPN, and Mulvad. Yeah. They're the ones to go for, I think.
Yes. Yeah. Or if you want to spin up your own, just throw it on a wire.
So free commercials. We don't need sponsorship money. So this list. Can you believe how bad this list is?
But so
is there any surprise over this?
This is just like the most up-to-date list I've seen. This comes across my virtual desk every once in a while, where you see something like this, and it's just too good. But at the same time, it's like they are, this is most likely, again, it's pulled from multiple databases of leaked passwords, old and new. Like what is that? Like 5 question marks? Like, where's that from? 1995? Like, they wouldn't even allow that today.
Well, it's funny because almost all of these, you can see the keyboard pattern that made somebody try to pick them, right? Because it's all combinations of like ASDF, QWER, QAZ, WSX.
What's interesting is Dragon has over 2.5 unique uses in this in their finding. What a
Most of
random.
those crazy patterns, I find them interesting because when you see something like that, it's an indication that there's an area of the world that you have no concept of, which is actually way bigger than you imagine. Like I found this with BTS, the K-pop group that I had not heard of until a couple of years ago. And then when I found out about them and that they were, I think, like literally the biggest band in the world with the BTS army and everything, it was like, whoa, how did that pass me by? They have billions of followers, or, they have their own army. It's really interesting. Like
what is it about these passwords that makes you think that?
Because John was like, it was weird that there's the word dragon was so high up in the list.
Such a good point. I see what you're saying now.
But there's probably a reason for it. There's probably a massive group of people who are into dragons of some sort.
Because that one and then monkey are the first ones that there's no like one was I love you or password 123.
I believe
everything else has been just a password.
Dragons and Chinese monkeys are both very tied to not Chinese religion, but Chinese.
The years.
Yeah, exactly.
Year of the dragon
so
and
it
year
could
of the
very well
monkey.
be like I was born, and that's also international. I was born in the year of this whatever.
It's
so based on this list,
it's
if I used a Dvorak keyboard, would that make me more secure?
Well, if you use the Dvorak keyboard and use the common,
because then I could just do like my home row on both sides, but it wouldn't be ASDF. It would be whatever the fuck is a Dvorak keyboard.
I could give you the answer to that question. No, because the default password lists that get tried by all password crackers have been around for the default password lists have been around for like decades, and they've been improved and added. And every time anybody thinks of a way to come up with something original, they will add that set of terms to the list. And
so
the list can be 100 million long, and it will still get checked. They'll check all of them in a few seconds.
So as clever as I think I am when I pick, I have to dig deep for even a mildly creative one here.
Dragon one.
Yeah, dragon, right.
Well, why are these passwords flawed? Why are we, what is something that's jumping out to both of you here? When Mike is scrolling, what is a glaring, obvious correlation between every single password we're seeing?
They're not long enough.
They are not long enough.
Yeah, they're not long enough. They don't use much diversity of. Not only are they not long, but they're using a very limited character set. They're not even using on average the entire keyboard. They're using the home row and one key on either side of it. But so this goes to like people should know when they're being tracked, right? Could you imagine?
What? Wait, how did you get there from that?
Could you imagine trying to get everybody to use a complicated password at all times? Is the problem that people don't know they need a more complicated password? No, they know it. Who's going to be memorizing complicated passwords for all their stuff? It's like education, right? Like you get breached because of simple passwords. We always make them you say people need to be informed that they're being tracked. The problem isn't that people need to know be told they're being tracked or be told that they need to use more complicated passwords. They're just not going to do it.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't know how.
I think if you know what the cool thing about password managers is that if you can sell the convenience factor, you will get people to convert to password managers. And I think that's the biggest trick.
But I'm not going to get my mother-in-law on a password manager.
Why not?
Oh my God. I have enough computer problems with her.
He has no problem clicking. He has no problem clicking save password in Chrome. Right?
Mm-hmm. So
there's no problem.
I'm going to be on phone support saying, no, it's not. You don't go to Facebook. It's in your browser.
You're flawed. Here's your flawed mistake. You've made one critical flaw.
Okay.
Just one.
You don't have remote desktop application installed
No,
on your
I'm not
computer.
trying to invite that upon myself either. Nah.
If you're taking calls, you're already there.
But that's my point. I don't want to take calls, and as soon as I try and go down this path, that's what I'm volunteering for. That's why
Sounds
most
like
people
you've
won't do
already
it.
Volunteered.
I know. By default. Yeah. Like,
Well,
it's just not going
they
to
could
get the
always
problem.
they could always just use, Mike sucks with a Z.
Yeah.
Your mother-in-law, I mean.
Michael was in here someplace. Oh, Tinkle. That's
was
very
it?
clever. Yeah, Michael was on the list here someplace.
I saw
Michael won. Nope, there was another one even higher up. 66. See, that's what happened when you have the most common name in the country.
Is it really the most common name in the country?
Well, maybe not now. Maybe it's like a Tyler or a Tristan or something. But
okay.
40 years ago, for many, many years, Michael was the Michael, and then I think Jennifer on the girls' side. But this is like to say like, well, people need to be informed. It's not a matter of informing people. I do not accept that. If people don't know, it's because they don't want to know. Either they don't want to know or they can't understand. And me just saying like, "Hey, you're being tracked," it's not going to get there.
No, it's education. It's education. It's education.
Thank you.
It's proper. It's proper education when it comes to.
Yeah, the same thing is true with
when you can show someone
voting and
what happens.
Commerce and every aspect of society is about teaching people the way things work. People don't care.
Commerce is boring. Security is not boring.
Well,
please. To us, to any normal person, it is.
Yes.
I'm borderline. I only like fighting about it.
Oh, mate. I don't know.
All right. Well,
yeah, people don't care. Have you ever tried to pick a lock? I learned how to do it last year. I ordered one of those $10. You get a see-through lock that's you can put the picks in and see how the tumblers fall and everything. Yeah, it's really cool. I actually then ordered a different type with this as a whatever. Now I know how to pick a lock, and I have the gear to do it. I have a lock picking set, and it's actually super easy. I tried it on a lot of different padlocks that I had lying around, which from 10 years ago that they're just sort of lying in the bag of random things with the Canadian penny that I have in there and all the other rubbish. And I was able to actually unlock real padlocks, which I didn't have the key for. And now I think certain front door locks I could probably pick the basic ones. I'm not an expert or anything. So are you saying that people who only have crappy front door locks deserve to have their houses broken into because they don't care?
No, I'm saying you're not going to convince them to have harder, more inconvenient, more secure passwords.
Doesn't mean that they shouldn't have it then though, right?
So yeah, absolutely they should. Okay. People should care about all kinds of stuff that they don't care about. They should be educated in all kinds of things that they're not educated about.
That's very true. Yeah. So how do you make people care? Steal their stuff.
How do you make people care? I don't know. Wrap it in sex or chocolate or something interesting.
So you sell it
sexy
to them,
security,
or sexy security, or sell it to them, or make them
afraid. Or make them angry about it. Tell them that the other side doesn't want them to have it.
Yeah. That's it. Say that it's.
What other side, Mike? What are you referring to?
What? Why did I just get trapped in that question? What do you mean? The side that is irritated by their opponents.
Oh.
That side. Oh,
yeah, what do you mean?
Clarified. Very good. Very good.
People who aren't Sixers fans. That's the other side.
Oh my God! Who are they? What kind of
like sport American sports? I don't know.
Yeah. Philadelphia basketball.
Something with a ball.
Oh,
I know. I haven't. I actually don't follow a lot. I used to be a big fan, but that was back when like Iverson was there, and not a fan of Iverson, just a fan of basketball at the time that Iverson was there. So whatever.
Sports words. Yes.
I know.
That's what we're known for. The commentary of
for sports. Come here for
Iverson.
I came for the sports.
Not so critical sports update. All right. I guess we'll call it. I thought we called it 3 minutes ago, but
are we still going? Did
I
somebody forget to press stop record?
Good. We'll call it. Very good.